Ask a Libertarian. Monopolies. A lot of people always raise a lot of concern around monopolies. So what are monopolies and why all the concern? So first let's tackle what is a monopoly. What a monopoly is when there's a good or service and there's only one provider, meaning there's only one person you can buy the good or service from. The concern of having only one provider is that since there aren't competitors, that one provider has pricing power and they can charge as much as they want because there's no one else for you to go to. Also, they have a lack of an incentive to innovate since there's no competition pushing them to find new ways to provide more value for customers. And at the same time, since they are the only provider, they have immense political power. Although in all reality, we gotta be more nuanced when there is this sort of monopoly concern. It depends on whether it's a natural monopoly or a government monopoly. A natural monopoly is a monopoly that became the only provider because they provide such a good service at such a good price that no one can compete with them. With these types of monopolies, competition is possible because the only reason they have that market position is because of the value they provide at the price that they offer. So if they were to change the price or lower the value of their good or service, that would make room for someone to come in and compete. And it doesn't necessarily have to be just one competitor. It could be several competitors coming in and taking market share the minute they raise prices or lower value. A government monopoly is when one particular provider becomes the only provider because the government has erected barriers to entry to competition by creating regulations that make it cost prohibitive for new entrants into the industry or by prohibiting other entrants from the industry altogether. For these monopolies, competition is impossible or near impossible. And because of that, there is a concern over political power, innovation, and pricing power. Although there are other things to consider whether it's a natural or government monopoly. Even a government monopoly may not necessarily be safe from alternative goods and services because they may be the only thing providing a particular good, but there may be other goods that provide the same value or other services that provide the same value that can replace that good. And certain goods and services may eventually just no longer be needed altogether, and obsolescence can render a monopoly's power, well, obsolete. Bottom line, monopolies aren't simple. And the existence of monopoly may or may not be a serious concern. But not every monopoly necessarily needs to be broken up if it's a natural monopoly, so always rushing to the button and the levers of government to address any time that something looks like, seems like, smells like monopoly may sometimes be not necessarily always the good or right reaction. Like Ask a Libertarian on Facebook at facebook.com/askalibertarian. And also like me, Alex Merced, on Facebook at facebook.com/alexmercedlp. Send your friends to libertarian101.com to get a cool introduction to libertarianism and find good tips on promoting a positive libertarian message at introtoliberty.com. Thank you very much.